Good morning, y'all. Well, it is day 116, and I left Pop-Tart's house here in Litchfield County, right over the line into Connecticut. I'm actually still hiking in New York, but he lives pretty close to the state line. And yeah, the two of them, very generous, put me up last night. And today, I'm slackpacking. So I'm doing another 19 miles with just a little small backpack on my back with water and granola bars. But yeah, I had a nice big waffle breakfast. Pop-Tart has maple trees on his property, and he taps those and makes his own pure maple syrup. So had that this morning. So yeah, got a belly full of food already. Pretty nice. They're great people. So yeah, he invited me to stay another night and slack pack today. So I'm going to do 19 miles. It'll be actually closer to his house. He'll pick me up at Shantycoke Road. And yeah, it's great. A lot of cool things will happen today on the trail. We'll see those as we go along. And actually, we may do it again tomorrow because, again, the trail just kind of winds closer and closer along his, where he lives, along the New York, Connecticut line here. So I may actually do it again tomorrow. But anyway, we'll figure that out tonight. But yeah, slept great in the bed, and their horses and their cows and just all kinds of stuff here on there. They have a small little 20-acre farm, so pretty cool. And yeah, I'm very grateful to be able to stay with them. But yeah, it's a pretty day. It's going to be cloudy. There's a chance for rain in the afternoon, but again, I'm slack packing. I'll have a bed tonight, so who cares, right? Can't think of anything else. Here goes a deer. 2 deer. So yeah, 19 days slack packing. Let's get going. On December 17, 1955, the New York Times reported the acquisition of 1,100 acres here, which was formerly a hunting preserve. It was purchased by the Nuclear Development Associates, an organization based in White Plains, New York. The site was chosen for their operation because it was, in quotes, the largest, convenient, and available track that was not crossed by public roads and could be adequately guarded for secret experiments, end quotes. And from 1958 to 1972, the United Nuclear Corporation operated at this site, licensed by the U.S. government to experiment with bomb-grade uranium and plutonium. And this 55-acre lake was named Nuclear Lake by the group. But in 1972, an explosion occurred here, resulting in an unknown amount of radioactive plutonium dust dispersed throughout the building and the surrounding shoreline and woods. The blast blew out 2 windows, and the public was outraged. National news carried the story, and the project was closed. And there was a $3 million effort to decontaminate the area with truckloads of toxic soil being hauled away. By 1975, the federal government had decommissioned this site, and the National Park Service bought the property for almost $1 million in 1979, 7 years after the explosion. At the time, 25 miles of the AT was along roads in this county, and the new land purchased allowed the relocation into the wooded area. Soon thereafter, only 2 miles of trail was along the roads and bridges. And despite multiple follow-up studies and investigations to prove no contaminants are still lingering, most hikers and local residents still will not drink the water in this area. Hey y'all, so day 116 has come to an end, and I slack packed, as I mentioned, and did 19 miles, and boy, what an improvement on the trail. Just the latter half of New York, or the last part of New York before I moved into Connecticut, it just got better and better, and there were ascents, ups and descents down that are pretty steep, but it was just smoother. The terrain was better. There were portions that were rocky, but of the entire AT, I would say this 19-mile day was probably the most pleasurable that I've had. Now, granted, I was slack packing, but boy, it was just a really nice day. It wasn't hot. drizzled a little bit off and on, but nothing bad. And just a lot of sights. I mean, I saw Nuclear Lake, which is kind of famous. I saw the Dover oak tree, which is the oldest tree on the AT. I think if you remember way back in, I believe it was in Virginia, maybe North Carolina, but I can't remember now. But we saw the Kefir oak tree, which was the second oldest, but yeah, that was Virginia. But this is the Dover oak tree, which is the oldest tree. And we went into Connecticut, which is kind of the, entrance up into, officially into New England. So that's hard to believe sometimes. Had some trail magic in the woods and igloo coolers, Powerade. There was a garden center that was selling ice cream and Gatorade and root beer, so I stopped there. And a lot of sights. We saw pastures and along the Housatonic River. What a beautiful stretch of river that is. And also past the 2/3 mark. It's not a big sign or anything for that, but did pass the, I think it was the 1462, I think is the mark for being 2/3 of the way done. Wow. And again, just a pleasant day to be hiking in the woods, and it was nice to have a slack pack and get some real miles in. It was 19, but not have the burden of really rough terrain, and didn't have a full pack either. And I was supposed to meet some friends. They were going to pick me up in Falls Village or maybe over in Kent, Connecticut, but they have family coming in now, and so they're not going to be able to do that. So I had to kind of reassess what I'm going to do here, and Pop-Tart actually needs some help done here on the farm, so I'm going to do kind of a short day tomorrow, probably like 10 or 11 miles, and then spend the afternoon. We have to get some hay for the horses, and I think we're going to cut down a few trees he needed help with, and he's still recovering from his knee surgery. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then the following day I will blast out of here and get going north again. But boy, it's been pleasant spending time with them and having a bed and getting to shower every night. But yeah, good day. Really enjoyed it. Kind of got my spirits lifted a little bit, so that's nice. And yeah, that's about it. So everybody, thanks for watching, and it'll be a short day tomorrow, but I will see you then. Thanks, y'all. Good night.